Hey, do you want to know what it's like to eat at the melting pot? Maybe you haven't been before and it is a little bit pricey, so you want to kind of know what it's like before you even go out there and give the experience a shot. Well, today I'm going to kind of highlight some of the stuff that I got the last time I went to the melting pot. That way you can explore it without having to spend the money and then kind of make a decision for yourself if it's something you would like to try out sometime. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what it looks like on the inside, and then I'm going to kind of highlight some of the food that we went ahead and ordered. As you can tell here, we're looking at the scenery of the inside of the restaurant. I was actually able to find a section where no one was sitting, and I could kind of record this for you. And it kind of gives you an idea of what the ambiance is like. It's kind of like a wine place with fondue right there at the table. So as you can tell, those silver pots, if you will, that's where they boil the water and all of that to heat up the food. If you notice those silver pots, that's where they actually boil the water to heat up your food, whether it be the chocolate, the cheese, or whatever. Right here, we're kind of looking at the bread and vegetables. When they bring this out, you're actually getting kind of like a tray of the bread. There's what's on that plate there? There's carrots, tomatoes, things like that. It's like the same. It's the same plate of food each and every time. I am going to actually flash up the menu for you to take a look at, and that way you can kind of see what is on there. If not, just go to their website and you can probably actually see that maybe a little bit better than what I'm going to be able to show you in this video. So right there, that's the cheese. I can't remember what we got. I think spinach artichoke dip. And then here's a little bit of a video. We always like to kind of twist and roll it. Now, we did the steak lovers. So there's like filet mignon on there. There is teriyaki steak. There's peppered steak. Super tasty. So it comes out raw like that. And then your job is actually to cook the food. So you'll actually cook it. And I'm pretty sure here in a second or so, you will actually be able to see me or someone at the table doing that. So that's our the boiled water. I don't know if I should call it water. There's seasoning and stuff that actually changes the flavor profile of the meat as you put it in. Those are the skewers. You got to put the raw meat on those skewers, and then as you transfer them to your plate, you will use other utensils, obviously, so it's nice and sanitary. And they make sure you have enough of all of that to be able to get that done and not have to wait. Now, you do need to cook this. I think we usually cook for minute 15, minute 30, something like that, maybe around 2 minutes per drop in. These are the potatoes and the mushrooms that they bring out with the meat. We like to eat the meat and then drop that in as we're eating, and if anybody wants some, they'll just kind of fish it back out afterwards. This right here, what we're looking at is the different sauces. I don't know the names when they say them. I don't know the names now. I know the one that my daughter's actually putting down. Those first two, those are my favorite. Very last one's like a Greek goddess. I think it's some type of Greek yogurt or something. That's the one she's scooping now. So you can dip them, you can not dip them, you can do whatever you want. I don't know if you're a dipper, non-dipper, who knows? Do what you want. It'd be your food. So, but yeah, this does take a while. You got to cook the food. You know, they bring it out. You got to heat up the water. They switch out the I don't know what are the pots. I don't know what they are, but they switch those out when they're going from the cheese to the steak to the chocolate. This is us getting them off of the skewers. We always set one aside. That would be for the cooked meat. It took me a while to think there. I'm sitting here watching my own video. I'm really intrigued. I did a good job, didn't I? But so here we are putting more in. So it's a little bit of a process. You have to be okay with being actively involved with your own cooking experience if you are going to come here. It's not something where you're going to be like wine and dine. Yes, they have great service and all that, but you are ultimately the one who's going to be cooking this food and enjoying it. So I know some people, they don't really care for that. They get frustrated. They don't want to sit there and wait or whatever the case may be. So if you're that type of person who just wants the food prepared for you, brought out, and all you have to do is enjoy it, this would probably not be the place for you. This is the, that's what the potatoes and potatoes and the mushrooms after they were cooked when we pulled them out. This is the dessert tray. As you can tell, Rice Krispie treats, different types of brownies, bananas, strawberries. The two on the end are waffles. The two black things are Oreo covered mushrooms. That's the chocolate. This is actually kind of cool. I'm pretty sure they do this with all of it. They do that liquid fire thing, and then they got to stir it up, and then eventually the fire goes out. I can't remember if it gets blown out or if it just puts itself out as you mix it. Find out here in a second. As you can tell, my son likes to watch. But anyway, I totally forgot to take some pictures of the desserts that we were eating as we were dipping it in, but I think you get the idea. It's pretty similar to the meat, except with delicious sugary desserts. As you can tell, we just got a little bit too into it, and I forgot to take video of it. But that, in a nutshell, is the melting pot. One thing I would caution you with is this is not a 45-minute to an hour type of dinner. I would probably budget at least 2.5 hours to get through the whole process. I know it may not seem like it would take that much longer cooking your own food and all of that, but it does. Another thing I didn't show is I always get a salad with the bread and vegetables. I typically get a Caesar salad. It comes with, I think they're pine nuts. It's really good. It's one of the better Caesar salads that I get in the area, and I go to a lot of different types of restaurants around here. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I would strongly encourage you to do it. Make sure you have plenty of time. If you don't mind, comment below. This is the Miami Valley Experience. I am a real estate agent. I'm the owner broker of Streetlight Realty, and my objective here is to try to highlight some cool spots in the area. We do cover the entire Miami Valley, hence the Miami Valley Experience. If you found this video to be fun, if you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, whatever everybody else says. That's much better at YouTube than I am. But anyhow, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks.